Attempt number 5,000 to start vlogging again. I'm fresh off of about 17 hours of not sleeping because I don't know, but I have a pretty cool load picking up in Benningsville, Pennsylvania here in about 5 hours. I'm gonna leave now though because I'm not sleeping. I'm gonna show up early and wait for them to open the doors and hopefully get loaded right away and haul ass west, where my first stop, Aurora, Colorado. Don't love that. Second stop, Portland, Oregon. Absolutely love the countryside in Northwest America. It is beautiful. I haven't been back there since last winter when I had to do all kinds of snow chain throwing, and it's not that time of year, so it'll be really nice to go over the mountains and not have to put fire chains on. And I'm gonna try to vlog it and get something out for you guys. Washed out. Gave my good Samaritan trying to be as friendly as possible lecture to this young driver, this prime driver, walking into the truck stop. That dude came in the wrong way, first of all, so he needed to go around and turn around and get back to the fuel island. But I mean, this dude had laser eyes pointing forward, and he blew through that fuel island a good 12, 13, 14 miles an hour. Doesn't sound like a lot, but with those many blind spots, all that stuff, most of that stuff's big enough. Most of that stuff big enough to hide me. I'm 6'1". Somebody could just not see you. You're both blind. So I went over, did my shopping, come back. He's still sitting at the fuel island. And I went back there. He's like, "Hey man, you got a second?" He's like, "Sure. What's up?" I'm like, "How long you been driving?" He's like, "Not long. I'm pretty new." He's like, "All right. Well, just try to take this as a friendly advice that could save you a lot of heartache and headache and possibly save someone's life just by doing the simple thing of, if you got to go through that fuel island, stop and then look around and then pull through. There's too many blind spots. People have their kids in trucks. Like, the kids don't look for you, you got to look for them. It's always nerve-wracking to do something like that because some people are headstrong and they don't want, any criticism at all. And I was like, man, you don't want that on your conscience. It takes no time at all to stop, give it a little glance, make sure there's nobody about to jump out in front of you, and then pull through slowly and then do what you got to do. Close spaces, man. You gotta be extra cautious. And truck stops are busy, and people don't always look where they're walking. You don't want to run somebody over, man. And he seemed to take it okay. I was like, "All right, man. Have a good night." He's like, "You too." here is not right. That guy, watch it. If he doesn't start controlling his rig pretty quick, I'm gonna call DOT on him. He's either falling asleep or jacking around in his truck, not paying attention. I don't know, but he can't maintain his lane. Hopefully he's doing the right thing and not just pulling off so I won't get him in trouble, but he just pulled off a little turnout. Maybe he's just tired, maybe he needs to stop and get some rest. That last one scared him and he straightened up, but yeah, I think he was falling asleep at the wheel. But he got somewhere to pull off, take a nap, I think. So hopefully he gets where he's going alright. Some scary shit, dude. You can't be doing that. You're that tired, you gotta get off the road, man. It seems like that's what he did. So cross your fingers. Send a prayer his way. Make sure he gets home. So far, this one and the one in Aurora are my two favorite Cahies. They're quick, they're nice. Well, something just went boom on this rig. Sounded like a tire, maybe. I didn't see any rubber flying. Trying to see. I mean, it sounded like something exploded or slammed into my truck, but I don't see anything. Oh man, that was weird. As soon as I started to merge onto the off-ramp, I heard a bang. Sounded like it was behind me on my truck somewhere, but I don't see any damage. you what, is going to be a long, long day for me. I got to run out every minute of my clock that I can so I can get this delivered on time for the first stop. And even though I had been up for 36 hours when I pulled in here, I still had a hell of a time getting to sleep. I think I ended up getting about 4.5 hours of sleep. Not great. I don't feel great. I wanted to lay there another 16 hours. I don't know, but I gotta go. So, I mean, I'm not drowsy or anything. I just kind of feel like crap. Well, I have plenty of time on the load, so it's not a huge deal. I slept for about an hour and a half today. I never sleep good when I have to do a split 8-hour break because it always takes me a couple hours to wind down, and then I know it's a short break, so I'll fall asleep hard, and then like 2 hours later I'll wake up, and then I'm afraid to go back to sleep because if I go back to sleep I might not get up and then miss my appointment crap. So I slept for about, I got there, went and took a shower, grabbed some lunch and laid down for a couple hours. Like I said, I slept for about an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours, and then I was up again. And when I'm empty here, I kind of hoping they take right around 2 hours, because then I can roll on and get the hell out of Denver. If they get me unloaded by, see, it's 7 here, but it's 8, so really, if they get me unloaded before 11 o'clock tonight, I'll get 700 miles on today, just like I did yesterday. If they get me unloaded by like 10, I'll be able to get almost 800 miles, so that'd be cool. Let's see if I can creep out here to the street that I'm not supposed to park on and kill another hour. was a close one. Problems here. First of all, it's 30 minutes till these guys open and there's nobody here yet, which is just pretty typical of the West Coast. Most places in the country, if they say the first appointment's at 4, there's people here at 3 checking everybody in so that you can be in the door by your appointment time, and there ain't nobody here. Secondly, it's kind of chilly on the West Coast this morning. It's 58 and breezy. Well, I was going to use this time to start editing, but I got 50% on my phone and it won't take a charge, so I'll have to just not touch my phone until I get to somewhere I can either buy a new charger or maybe even have to do wireless charging. I don't know if it's my charger because it works on my other phone fine, but it doesn't work on my personal line, but that's not completely unusual. Sometimes, phones are finicky, so I'll try to get a new cable, see if that works. If not, I'll have to go to wireless charging, which I don't like to use because it makes your phone hot and you have to have it sitting on a certain specific place, which is hard to do in a truck. There are some of those phone mounts that have wireless charging built in. Might be what I have to use, but it's always something, man. You can't ever just not spend money. There's just always something going wrong. There's always something you gotta buy. It's like, try to go a week without buying something, and it's like not possible. Lindy is just saying I'm not on their schedule until tomorrow morning. I called Kyle. He said he's going to talk to the broker, but they said that they could maybe try to put me on the schedule today as a work-in, but it would be something like $500 in fees to do that, and I don't see them paying that when they could pay me a layover for a day, and it'd be 4 times cheaper than that. He'll call me back in a little bit and let me know what their plan is, but maybe they'll put me on a different load, but they're not going to pay all that crap to get rescheduled here. I thought it was going to be awesome. I was going to get here, get loaded, get 7 hours down the road, got my phone charging again, but still don't know what the hell's going on yet. My dispatcher's saying I should go back there at 8 for some reason. I don't understand. Everybody wants to play stupid games. Like, I gotta go sit and make sure I'm back there so they can't say I was late somehow. I don't know. But I called the broker and they said that they're working on it in their system. It shows today too. Either way, so I'm getting paid for today. I'll get layover for sitting here if they don't get me loaded, and I'll get detention if I end up having to sit down there all day and try to get loaded. So I don't know what's going to happen yet, but I'm waiting on them to get back with me to tell me what to do, and if I don't hear from them here in the next half hour, I'll just drive back over there and act like I'm checking in again, because I got to be there around my appointment time, or they can somehow say I didn't show up on time or I wasn't there during the appointment time. I don't know what's happening. It's all stupid stuff. I'm on the way back to the truck stop I just left because they told me to go back there by my original appointment time, so I was there in case they corrected something and I was actually supposed to be picking up today. And then it seemed like they were going to pay like all the late, the change in appointment fees and shit, rather than just paying the layover for me to wait until tomorrow. And that's when the dispatcher said that he was, they had mentioned that, but I didn't want to make you wait another day. I was like, it's not going to change anything for me on the load. I'll pick it up tomorrow morning and still be there by the 26th. It's not going to make a difference. It's like, I'm fine with waiting until tomorrow. But I'm sure the broker's a little confused because he was taking a hard line of it's got to get loaded today. It's got to get loaded today. He never asked me if I'd be willing to sit for a day. It's like, I don't like sitting for a day, but they're going to pay me, so I'd much rather be rolling, but it's not a huge deal. It really only saving me, 7 hours of driving today. So, I don't know. Picking up tomorrow morning. I'd have rather just known that 3 hours ago when I was at the truck stop and I could have just stayed there. But it is what it is. I've got to remember to pick up an Atlas at the truck stop sometime in the near future. I used to always have one, and then, I really started not needing it because I never drove anywhere I wasn't familiar with. But now I'm driving out west a bunch, and I'm not as familiar with this area as I was the Midwest. So I don't know which roads are legal or not, and I don't know that 26 is legal. I was wanting to take it, but I don't know if it's legal. So just look at this thing, the tent rather. I got mixed signals on the internet. That's why you don't trust the internet to take a route. So I'll just take 84 this time. Maybe one of these days. I'm sure I'll be coming up here a few times with Coastal. I-84 is closed because of a wildfire.
As several so-called mega fires burn across the state of Oregon.
We first want to tell you about a major fire, a major shutdown, I should say, caused by these fires. It could impact your travel this week. So a portion of I-84 will be closed in eastern Oregon tonight as crews battle the Durkee fire that's burning near the interstate. So crews.
So I get to go add about 180 miles to the load. Only way to get out of here from here, I got to go north on 730 up to US 12, and then follow that twisty windy bastard. Out to I-80 in Missoula, or 90 in Missoula, and then go south on 25, or take that out to 25 and go south from there. So, fun. It's a new road I haven't been down, so it might be awesome. We'll see. And that's a question if I'll make it there on time. I told him I think I'll be fine, but a lot of factors to whether that's true or not. zero cell service, zero radio stations. So I can't really tell if I'm going to be close enough to make it to Fort Worth or not. Anyway, take this dog for a walk. I'm going to hit the sack. I'm freaking tired. Also had to put my trailer in cycle mode. It's supposed to be on continuous, but I don't have much fuel left. I think I'm only like 20 or 30 miles from Missoula. Should be a truck stop somewhere in the morning. This morning didn't go as planned, so I'm most likely definitely not making it there by 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. Whatever. That little conversation I was having there with that jackass. I pulled up to the pump. This dude pulled up to the pump next to me right as I was pulling in. And there was a truck parked at the pump, almost done. And the dude jumped out of his truck and went straight to the truck stop. And it took him until I was almost done fueling to come back out. And I seen him come back out. I was like, hey man, why would you park your truck there? Oh, there was somebody in front of me. So you wait. There's trucks parked all the way down the freaking parking lot. Oh, there was somebody in front of me. You waited a half a second. You stuck the thing in park and walked in and left the truck sitting there. There's people sitting there waiting to get fuel. And there's an open fuel island that you're blocking. And then the motherfucker didn't even get fuel. He didn't even need to be at the fuel island. But when I asked him, he's like, oh, who are you to tell me? I was like, just another fucking annoyed driver that sees you guys doing this shit. It's so disrespectful. Everybody is out here is on a freaking time crunch, and you're gonna block up the scale so you can walk in and grab some crap when the freaking lot was empty. The lot was half empty because you're too fat and lazy to walk from the truck lot. So you're gonna park right up at the pump, blocking shit up so you can go get more shit to get fatter with. And then when somebody calls you on it, you're going to make it into a threat. It's like, I'm not threatening you. He's like, or what? What are you going to do? It's like, I'm not threatening you. I'm just letting you know you're an asshole. You're a piece of shit. You shouldn't do that. Bowed up at me and shit. It's like, nobody's afraid of you, Oompa Loompa looking ass. It's like you're Wizard of Oz looking motherfucker. Just don't be a dick, man. That's all. I mean, this lot's empty. Look. And count the empty spaces here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Those spaces. Well, you know, you got to save the extra 10 steps. God forbid you burn 5 calories today. everything that could go wrong on this load went wrong, except for like having a crash or a complete breakdown or engine blow up. So day one, I wasn't on their schedule. They had to load me the next day, so I had to start a day late. Wildfires sent me up through Montana instead of going the way we were supposed to go. 5.5, 6 hour detour. It was only 180 miles, but a good 60% of that was 45 mile an hour through river valley between mountains. So that took forever. And then I was already going to be tight. If everything would have went perfectly, I could have made it here by 10 o'clock this morning. But by the time I was in Colorado yesterday, I realized there's no chance. So we rescheduled it for 1 today. And when I got up this morning, my Qualcomm, or whatever you call it, the tablet thing for the e-logs is acting stupid. And it wouldn't work. And I wasted another half hour jacking around with that. I got 2 major traffic backups on the way here. So I missed the 1 o'clock appointment too. But they're taking it, so all's well that ends well. I went way over on my 8-hour break here. But hey, when does this load have to be picked up? Because I have 2.5 hours left. Oh, I have 2 hours left.
It's preloaded. So if you just make it over there, you can grab it. Yeah,
batteries are loose.